Good evening and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Golden Lab. We've got another episode here today, guys. Another race and hopefully, another points getting race. We finished in 10th in the last race. If we take a quick look in the calendar, you can see 10th and 20th, 11th and 15th, and then 10th and 12th. So we are definitely, you can kind of see the progress between those two races there. 11th and 10th, progress. 15th to 12th, progress. Vitali, I think, has gone better in every race, whereas Romano has actually gone backwards by one in every race. So we don't want to keep that trend going with Romano, but Vitali improving on every race, which is very, very nice. Next up, we've got... Oh, dang, look at that. Next up, we've got Mutton Shop. Have you got... Okay, we've got Mutton Shop. We're going to the British GP, and here it is. I mean, it very much looks like Silverstone. It's wet, it is rainy. We're out on the inters, but do we need to be out on the wets? Okay, not yet, but I'm guessing we will have to go out onto the wets at some point. Ezzolini has got a bonus. That's good for them, but we go straight out. Look at that. We just shot out of there like a bolt. We are not hanging about, trying to get our lap times in straight away. And we do just that. And for a split second there, we would have been at the front of the the front of the pile. But look at that. I mean, you actually ignore that kind of slow, gentle turn there and that final turn, which is kind of something there. So let's tune up. Let's see what we can get. So let's just do a 1, a 1, and a 1 to start things off. A 3 and a 4 is a yes. A 3 there's probably a yes as well. And let's do this 5 and this 3. And that is how we shall start. Now, is it time for the wets just yet? It doesn't. Maybe one more lap on the inters. And then we will have the chance to go onto the wets. So that's a 4 and a 5. Yes. Yes. A 3 and a 4. Lovely. It's a nice one as well. Let's risk it a little bit with this 2 and 12. And okay, we got a 4 from it. That's okay. That's not bad. Out they go again. I think this will be our last run on the inters, and then we'll have to go onto the wets because it's only going to get wetter. But you never know. Potentially, we could put in a good lap time when everyone else goes over to the wets, and then you probably won't improve. I mean, then again, you're still tuning up. But we are getting white sectors. Yeah, white sectors is a little bit too wet for the inters now. And everyone is actually finding out the same thing here. You've got to be on the wets. But does that... Oh, no, Rinaldi's trash? No, he's crashed. Where is Rinaldi? He's down in 19th. So that means that that's where... Well, you would think that Fisher would be able to improve... Oh, no, look at that. There is some green sectors out there. There is some green sectors out there. Then again, it's definitely going to be too wet for the inters now. So we're going to have to go full wets for the last, well, maybe 3 or 4 runs out there. Because the inters are just going to be a slippy slide all over the place. 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 3, and a 1 and a 2. 2 and a 5. Oh, a 4 and a 5. We like that. We'll risk it. And we get a 5 from it. That's okay. And then we'll do it again. We'll risk it over here. No, we'll go for the 1 and a 2. And then this is the last one we can go for. And it was only a 1. That's annoying. Never mind. Moving on. A 3 and a 12. Very nice. A 5 and a 20. Yes. 3 and an 8. A 3 and a 7. And then just one more to go with. And we get 0 from it. Dang. That's a rough one. You never really want to be picking the zeros. Yeah, not what you want to be doing. It looks like there's some going out there on the inters though still, which is kind of crazy. Let's see. Let's see if there are... Oh, no. What? Oh, they're going so slow because they're on inters. Is that... Yeah, look at that. They're going so slow because they're out on dang inters. What are you doing? That's a silly one to be going with. But we're out in the wets and I mean, I would love to see what their lap times are going to be. these super slow coaches out there trying to set these lap times. And oh my word, look at that, 4 and a bit. Oh my word, you've got to get on the wets. You can't be out there. You can't be out there on the inters right now. It's just not doing it. Oh, that's a good one. 12 for that, and then a 3 and a 4. Nice. Yes and yes, and out we go again. Okay, 4 and a 5. Good, good. Not a lot here, so we're gonna risk it and get a 12. There we go. Every now and then risking it does work. Let's go for the 1 and the 8. Didn't get much from that. And then a 3 on that one. So we did get a little bit from that one. Okay. I would say we've got this lap and then maybe one more lap to go. And Fisher can't get the 0.05 off of his lap time to go above Rinaldi, who can't actually set any laps right now. So that's kind of rough. I don't think it's all going to be white. See, it's all going to be white sectors because the rain has made the track even slippier. You know, more... Yeah, it's more slippy, I guess. You're not going to improve on your lap times, which means we've got a little bit more of a, well, we've got more positions to try and overcome here, but we can still try and send out again and just see if there is more tuning to be gained. There we go. A 2 and a 5, we'll go with that. 2 and a 4, and then a 0 and a 3 that we get 3 from. Nice, that was actually quite lucky. A 2 and a 5, 3 and a 9, a 2 and a 4, 3 and a 4, that's good. 2 and a 4, and a risk it for a 17. Very nice. Okay, that was a nice little boost on the end there for Romano, who's actually out qualifying Vitali here. You can see quite well, but it's all going to be white sector times. There's no real greens. Qualifying has completed, and that'll be that. So we get the tuning, but we don't get anything else, unfortunately. So we'll go into the race 15th and 17th, and we'll have to see what the forecast is looking like. Let's finish up number 12. What are you doing, Acosta? It's Acosta. It's our kind of rival slash, you know, like our enemy. He is always around us, and the same for Villalba as well. They are the cars we're kind of fighting with. Acosta, Fonseca, Hemlock, and Bancroft, basically. But that's pretty dang good from Vernier. Look at that. Fisher couldn't do much, but Vernier up there in 11th. Okay. All right, Mutton Chop. We're at the race. Let's hit continue, and it's straight away. Straight away, it's on the wet, and it's only going to get wetter, so you may as well start on the wets, because otherwise you're going to lose a bit of lap time. And let's go. We're just gonna start it because there's no point hanging about here. Let's see what we can do. Starting the race, let's move the track across, and everyone does start full send at the minute. 15th and 17th. Let's zoom in and have a look. The gap is tiny because of course it is early doors. In fact, it looks like Vitali's going to... Oh, and he does. There we go. And Romano does as well. And we are pushing up the board. You've got an opportunity at the start of the race to go full send. Full, you know, like full fuel burn. Full driver tyre wear. Go crazy on it. Try and cut those corners. Do your best. Absolutely send it into the corners. And Vitali and Romano are now competing for the same bit of track, actually, which is... Well, I don't want to crash or anything like that, but if Vitali is the faster car, then we'll have to let them go. Okay, at the moment, nothing doing. Let's keep things as they are for now. Don't go overtaking. There's no real need. And now we can even stop the zoom in and just watch the laps as they go by. Fuel burn is looking pretty good. 4.4 and... Oh, can we... 5.4... No, 4.4 for both of them, because we've basically set them the same targets here. But Vitali's instantly lost positions because we're in this big group here. You know what? I'm going to tell Romano to go for it again. I want to keep Romano in this front group. We're a bit late. Red flag. Rinaldi has crashed. Oh, my word, Rinaldi. Oh, my word. Okay, well, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be the end of session. We're going to take a break and then do a restart at some point. So it's going to be a new start. Romano's up into 12th. Still going to be on the wets. There's no need to change that. So do that. And then on the wets over there as well. And, well, let's speed it up because we've got 5 minutes to get to the restart. And it's going to be full send again. And we're going to see if Romano can make up some positions here. There we go, green flag. And Romano's instantly up into 9th position. Let's watch it. Is there more positions to be had? Vitali's kind of chilling at the back. Just not really much we can do about that, Vitali. Just drive your own race. Romano is who... Oh, Romano's dropped down to 11th now. That's rough. Oh, no, but the position might come back. LaRousse is just in front. Only 0.08, 0.00. We're alongside and we go past into 9th. Back into 10th, back into 9th. It's 3 cars. It's 4 cars. Look at the gaps here. There's nothing. There is nothing between these cars. There's even the potential chance to go up into 8th place here if LaRousse gets out of the way. But there won't be all that. I mean, look at that. It's not going to dry out, is it? It's really not going to dry out. Okay, Romano, you've got to calm it down now because otherwise you are going to crash and we can't really have that. Okay, so what are we looking at? What are we looking at? Well, we're looking at Vitali all the way at the back. So let's put a bit of a fuel burn on. Try and make up some positions here, or at least make up some time. We don't want to be sitting all the way at the back for the rest of the race. That would not be what we're after. But Romano is looking okay, kind of in the middle of the pack. Definitely some opportunities for points, more than just the 1 point. Potentially opportunities to finish higher up the point scoring positions. Down to 13th now. Still losing positions, but just taking a bit of time here to make sure that we've got fuel to burn at the end of the race as well. That would be very nice. Although if it's just going to be a wet race, it's more or less keep it full send for as often as you can. And then, yeah, I mean, that's basically all it is, really, because you're not really worrying about stretching out your tyres. You're just on the wet tyres. Yeah, that's all kind of it. That's all I really have to worry about, to be honest. Vitali's made the overtake on Fisher. We didn't actually spot that, but that's okay. And when this swaps around the other way, so back to green, there we go, just like that. We go on the fuel burn and Vitali will move up, and then when it hits the red on Romano, we will do the same. So Romano is actually closing down on Acosta here, but Acosta has let a gap grow up to Villalba. So even if we do manage to get that 12th place, which it looks like we will, there we go. And Vitali made the overtake as well. Really, really nice. And now they're both onto the red, so calm it down again. And then when they go back to the green, we will try and push some time again. In fact, Romano is in prime position to chase down that group. As soon as this hits yellow, and yep, go. See if you can do it. See if you can do it. What's the gap? 4.5, 4.2, 4.1. Get it below 3, below 4, sorry. 3.8. Keep going. 3.5, 3.6 even. It is coming down. And there is a bit of a tangle behind. So if we can catch up to this next group, you know, that's 8th position. It's not off the cards, you know. It's not off the table. But the stresses are getting... It's getting me. I'm getting worried for him. Don't do anything silly. Okay, and now we push again with Vitali. We're up into 17th. We've made some positions. Let's see if we can make up a couple more. It would be very nice to try and target points with both drivers. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Oh, we've just missed the pit. That would be very... How long are the laps? The laps are 2 minutes, so it's going to... I don't think you're going to gain much by pitting now, I'll be honest. In fact... Ooh, 3 minutes. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to risk it with... Vitali. And then we're going to try and conserve his tyres just all the way to the end. And his fuel. Until maybe lap 40. Maybe lap 38. something like that. And then we just send it and see how many positions he can make up. That is actually what we might do. That's what we might do. Okay. Romano made up positions because of pit stops. Vitali will probably drop down. No, actually he didn't, because Fonseca also came in. So maybe Fonseca's on the same strategy. You don't know. You don't know. Okay, the yellow flag is going to end rather soon, in about 40, well, less than that, 4 seconds for us. And there it goes. Green, and we're back racing again. Okay. Romano, you know what to do. Oh my word, now people are coming into the pits. That's odd. Oh, Romano's saying there's not enough pace on the car. Wow, that's funny. That's actually an achievement for saying stop it, stop chatting. That's really funny. Okay, Vitali, like I say, we're just going to try and stretch out your tires as long as possible. We've got so many laps remaining, so we'll make one more stop with Vitali, but Romano is going to be a different story. Let's speed this up just a bit. Go to 2 times, actually. And the cloud means I can't see much when they go into here, but... Okay, Vitali's up into 15th now. The progress is coming. Romano's actually in 9th. Ahead... Oh! No, Romano's... It's... That's unfortunate. I left him on that for too long. Okay. Quite a bit of time here. But now it's all on Vitali. We're all focused on Vitali now. And green flag is back. We're in 13th position. We're going to go for one. Oh, that's my mistake. I think that's my mistake with Romano. He got too stretched. He pushed the car too much, and he's obviously lost it on the exit of this corner here, which is... I actually can't see that corner name. Hollow. Oof. Oof, that is an oof moment right there. But now it's all down to Vitali, and there's positions to be making up. Up into 12th. Nice. We've got plenty of fuel in the tank. Let's go for it. A couple of laps and see if we can cut this gap to Villalba. It's 22 seconds now. It's pretty dang massive, in fact. It's going to be really difficult to get points with Vitali from where we were all the way at the back. Oh, not ideal, not ideal. It's our, is that our first DNF? I think that's our first DNF. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. The gap is still 22 seconds. It looks like it's just going to be too much for us to make up on those cars up ahead. It's now 24 seconds, in fact. Yeah. But we are going to play the same strategy we were after. We're still going to just do one more stop from now. And you never know, Vitali might have fuel to burn at the end of the race. And if that is the case, then there will be positions available. There might be overtakes available. Okay, Vitali's now being challenged for that 12th place. So I'm going to try and block that off with a little bit of a boost. Even though the gap is now 25, closer to 26. Let's try and stop Acosta from getting that position. Keep going. And nicely, Acosta is right on his gearbox. Pushing all the way. And that is going to be the position. Acosta does manage to get it. Okay. 4.5 laps of fuel. Oh, Vitali's crash. No! Oh, that's rough. That's the end of the race. That's the end of our race. Oh, would you believe it? We don't have the chops. We don't have the chops for Mud and Chops Racing. That's rough. Okay, well then, let's just speed through the end of this race. We only managed... Oh, look, it was going to get dry as well. Well, not really. It was going to be a wet race the whole way, but... A double DNF does not feel good, guys. It does not. That's rough. That is rough. Losing it on the entry of a corner as well. That is a rough one. Dang it. Dang it, the double DNF. That hurts. That hurts. That's in here. That hurts in here. Oof. Well, sometimes you just, you know, you gotta take the bad with the good. Last time we finished really, really well. We were on the improvement. You know, we're going forward. This time, not quite. And, yeah. Another yellow flag. Fisher has crashed. That's 5 DNFs in one race. It's nuts. It's crazy, but it is a wet race. You know, there's going to be more of that. It doesn't actually look like Acosta or Fonseca are going to take any points. So it doesn't look like we're going to lose that 6th place that we currently hold. Rosenqvist has also crashed, which means Acosta as well. Still 27 seconds off. It's a lot of crashes in one race. Green flag. The race carries on. Only 2 laps to go. And unless there is another DNF at the top here, Acosta won't pick up a point and we won't be too worried about that. 11th place is where they finish. Okay, so. Oh my word. Ronaldi. 2 races. That's rough. That is rough. 6 DNFs. That was not the race we were after. So, Ezzolini take a full 44 points. And the driver standings is still Levi Mack leading the way by quite a way. Ronaldo's been injured. Wowza. Dang, that's rough. And we will still hold on to our 6th place. But Ezzolini I mean, look at that. Look at that, would you? Okay, driver replacement. Rodriguez is in for the next 2 weekends. Okay. Oh, okay, we've got some sponsor challenges available. Use every dry compound during a race. Get the drivers in consecutive positions without giving them any overtake order. I'm not sure about that because we might. It does give us 4, but we're going to go with 2 instead. We've saved up 21. Well, 21 dollars, I suppose. So if we do go to the garage, are we going to have a look at anything on reliability wise? Everything's at 70s. It's looking okay. Do we want to build a new part? That could be something, couldn't it? If we build a new part, it costs 4. Let's do it. The reliability is low, but the performance is much higher. And then again, we'll do it the same thing again. And this is to basically try and treat my drivers as like more or less equal to, although the next one is way better. Oh, wow. Okay. The performance is much higher. How are we going to increase the reliability? Oh, that's how we would do that. Okay. Okay, so. That's a difficult one, isn't it? That's a difficult one. Are we deciding on who's going to be our first driver? Are we making that decision? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Are we making that decision now? Because if we are, then we're kind of setting a precedence that one of our drivers is #1 driver. And at the moment, they're tied on points, 1 point each. Yeah, I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Vitali, I'm going to have Vitali have the better engine. And then we're going to try and increase the reliability on both cars just a bit. Oh, wow, that was all of our budget. Oh, my word. I didn't mean that. I didn't quite mean that, but it's all right. We're 4 races in, and you never know. Perhaps this will increase our likelihood of, you know, getting some points or, you know, competing with the teams above us as we move on. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, let's take one last look at the standings, guys. We're currently sitting in 11th and 13th with 1 point for both of our drivers, 2 points total, which means we are above Bancroft, and Fonseca is not doing so much for Bancroft as Acosta. But that's going to be, I would say, our aim is to hold on to this 6th spot, and every now and then where we can potentially we'll try and chase down Hemlock. That's what we're going to try and do. We're going to try and chase them down if we can. It's probably going to be tough, but we'll give it a go. Anyway, thank you for watching today's episode, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Even though it was ending with the DNF, we're going to go with upgrades as the focus. We went with upgrades, and hopefully these bars are going to, you know, fill up over time. We built 2 new parts, 2 new engines, and we'll test them out in the next race in Brazil. You can see it's in Brazil. That's an interesting track. Look at that. That is a crazy track. So you kind of... What the heck? That's crazy. What does that say? Anti-clockwise. Okay, race is the other way. But race is like that. No, race is like that, because that would be clockwise. So you go round that way, and then kind of go clockwise for a bit, and then go round again? Is that what it's saying? I'm not sure. High elevation means engine performance. Okay, well, that's just great. That's me not looking at the calendar and picking when to go for my upgrades, which is a little bit of a silly one. And then we've got Monza soon, although that's a dangerous track. But it is wide, so there's high speeds and overtaking. And then Japan, Belgium, Netherlands, and the Monaco to finish things off. Well, not the race we were after, guys, but I thank you for watching nonetheless, and should catch you next time.